Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is our review for the season 12 reunion part 1 review of the foolishness of the BSness. You know what? I'm like, these people were born to get on my nerves, okay? But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to do what? Please subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff, okay? Do not forget to like this video, okay? Either on your way in or on your way out, please and thank you. It is always greatly appreciated. You can also comment in the comment section. You can share the video by hitting the share button, share on your social media. Share me with your friends, your family, your haters, your lovers, or whoever else. Share the love. Okay, y'all love Jaylee. Share me with whoever. Okay. Do not forget to also relax. Okay, relax, relate, release, center yourself and everyone around you. Also, inhale and exhale because it helps you to not want to punch people in the face or be stressed out. Okay, so go and see, you save people's lives that way. You can also follow me on social media, boom pow pow, at J_Lees_Corner on IG and Twitter. I'm always over there showing y'all my outfits. I post good old little promotions for my videos. Okay, I'm always letting y'all know what's going on around here. Okay, do not forget to also tune in to the ladies first panel tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Niecy Dixon's channel. Y'all should already know who she is. Okay, y'all should be following me, Niecy, Jamie, and Bondi. Okay, because this will be up Thursday morning and I'll be in the panel Thursday night. Anyway, what else? I think that's it, okay? Let's get started on this foolishness, boom, pow, foolishness, because that's what it was. That's all that it was, okay? Now, Kevin Frazier is hosting this reunion. That's fine. I like Kevin Frazier as a host because he asks good, messy, juicy, viewer questions. I think he asks the questions that we want to know. Sometimes hosts be asking safe questions, okay? Questions like, we don't care about that. No, ask why so and so said this and that about so and so that day at the table. And what does Kevin Frazier do? He asked that question because that's what he's supposed to do. That's what a good host does. They ask the good burning questions, okay? So couple by couple, let's go through it, okay? First up, we get to who was it? It was Virginia and Eric. Okay, I'm like, girl, at least she's not dead. So the drunk and the killer is around here acting all happy. Oh, we're happy. We're in love. You know what I'm saying? Our marriage isn't perfect, okay? We have issues and disagreements, but we are happy and in love. I was like, really? Are you sure? Is he torturing you? Okay, do you need to run? You have to get out of there. I don't know. Anyway, so they sitting around chit chatting. Look at him. Ted Bundy and all. Norman Bates. Anyway, so they sitting around chit chatting and whatnot. They have moved into his condo. They live at his condo, even though she did not want to live there. That's where they live. Okay, she brings up how they've done some improvements here and there. The second bedroom is her space now. She had that whole closet. Her cats being there, whatever. So that's kind of like her space. I was like, okay, so we hope you don't bore them cats because they got their own room. But on the bright side again, he hasn't killed her. I was not sure that she'll make it to this reunion, but she is here. And I mean, she is as fake happy as anyone can be fake happy in a fake crazy marriage. Okay. Now we do find out that before the wedding, she had a false positive COVID test. Okay, she had a quarantine for some days, but it turned out again it was a false positive. I'm like, so why do we care? Oh, because they almost didn't get married. Okay, so I feel like God made her test be positive. God tried to save her. God made that test positive and said, girl, my child, don't do this. Don't do it. And she kept getting tested and did it anyway. I'm like, look, no, ma'am. No, sir. No, thank you. So they then discussed him saying if her partying is an issue. And I was like, it should be. But she was, I don't really party a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think I said I party more than I actually partied. I said, oh, she was lying. Was you lying to get out of the killer marriage? I think so. And that didn't work. Now you're just stuck. Okay? Because she then said, I don't party as much. So that hasn't been an issue. But it was an issue during the 8 weeks, girl. I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, they asked her, well, do you still feel like he's controlling? Because she called him controlling many and many and many times. When controlling was the wrong word to use. You see him? He said some things that he didn't mean how he said it. Okay, and so he wasn't being controlling. He wasn't being weird. He just wanted to keep me safe. I was like, so you drank the Kool-Aid. You drank the killer's Kool-Aid because she's a totally everything she said during the show is totally different now. He's not controlling. I want to go out and party. He's a great husband. He doesn't want to murder me. I'm like, he does want to murder you. You do like to party. He cannot be a great husband. You are not safe, okay? Run immediately, okay? But I'm going to leave that be. Anyway, he brings up how watching himself on the show, it showed him who he was. It was like self-therapy for myself. I saw it, and I was like, don't do that, Killer Eric. Don't be that way. Don't be an asshole. Okay, he said, because I said things, and I didn't mean them how I said. I'm like, but you kept, like, how do you can mispronounce something once. I do all the time. But again, you can't keep saying things and doing things and then say, but you did not mean to do them each time. You did it the same way. Each time you talked to her, it was like, kill, 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 die, die, die. We saw it. Okay? We synced it with our own eyes. But again, I'm going to leave that be. Anyway, he brings up, I did go overboard, you know what I'm saying that, like, men can't be friends with women, or like she can have guy friends, because I met her guy friends. They're great. I know them now. I trust them now. And I'm working on being better. He's working on not getting caught killing people. Anyway, they both bring up how they have both had to work on the passionate ways that they had to work on how their passion comes out in their ways. I'm like, so basically, when y'all fuss and argue, don't go too far. Don't say, fuck you, motherfucker. I mean, don't do that. Or don't kill her. Girl, I don't care. The bull of the shit is what it was. Bonnie, like, I can imagine Jaylee said, the bull of the shit. And I was like, really? And yes, the bull of the shit. Okay. Anyway, they then bring out his mom. I'm like, why is his mama here? Why did they bring out, look, no one needs a killer's mother on stage. I'm like, look, she's dressed for a funeral. Okay. She knows her son is going to kill somebody, but she can't dress for a funeral or whatever. Keep Norman-based mama off the table. We don't need her here. And she's like, oh, I love Virginia. All killers' mothers love their sons' victims before they're killed, okay? And I'm like, lady, go away, okay? I want them to have babies. You want your killer son to be a father of children? Okay, well, it takes a crazy person or a crazy person. And she's crazy because she came in the funeral dress. That is a funeral dress, okay? Anyway, she said now she loved it. I'm like, okay, see you at the funeral. Anyway, next up, okay, we have, who was it? It was Clara and Ryan. I was like, I mean, somebody just go ahead and just, we represent the lollipop girl, the lollipop girl. I'm going to do Jesus. I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry, God forgive me. I mean, this Oompa Loompa Doopy Dee Doo. Oh, girl. Why is he on here in that hat? I mean, who wear hat in trees? I just feel like, the Keeper elves, they did have hats on too. Girl, I just can't. I just cannot. Anyway, Clara and Ryan is here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're still married, living at Ryan's house. And Ryan has made me feel at home. He's made my dog feel at home. Okay, I feel at home in his house. Okay, not your house yet. That's fine. And we're doing great. I was like, okay, tree living. Chipping down. I don't know. I'm still singing the song. Anyway, so these two, honey, I was like, I cannot. Brian and Clara said that he told her like on the honeymoon that he was gonna grow his mustache to be this. And I tried to tell him no, but he did it anyway. Right, because what Ryan wants, Ryan gets, even the bouquet. Anyway, so again, they say they doing great. They all smiling and all smiling. Oh, we're so in love. We're not in love. We won't say that. We're so happy. Oh, so happy. We're so quiet. Do, do, do. No, you're not. You're lying. Some about them is bull of the shit. Because first of all, I don't like how he's holding her. This is weird. Okay, I feel like his hand sat there the whole time. No one sits like that for a long period of time. You know, do that crazy people, lying people. It's just awkward. Your arm don't hurt. Just holding up my. It's weird. Ryan's weird. Anyway, they asked her something about like, if things are good and this and that. And I don't like how whenever someone asks her a question, she looks at Ryan to see, can I answer this question? Am I not allowed to ask this question? We think that 2 plus 2 is four, right? Four. I'm like, girl, answer the question. It's like she looks at him for permission on how should I do this, and then sometimes she'll answer, and sometimes he will. And I know that couples, when you communicate to be sure, oh, we're okay, we're fine. But if someone asks me a question, I don't need to look to him to be like, can I, can I answer this question? It's like she should just have her own answer. And it just seemed like she consistently looks to Ryan to see if she's allowed to say something about whatever she's being asked. Okay, is he beating you? Are you beating him? Blink once for yes, twice for no. I don't know. Anyway, so their whole conversation, their whole sitting stance, this right here, this looks staged. This looks like we are in a good space. Okay, I have my hand on her shoulder the whole time. See, I like her. I'm a heterosexual male. There's nothing wrong with me. And she looked like, you know, my vibrator is amazing. Not my husband, my vibrator is. And I was like, just leave. Now they do announce they are getting remarried because again they bring up how COVID prevented them from having a full wedding with their all their friends and family there or whatever. So they want to have a big to do wedding soon. Okay, boom. So I was like, okay, they want to prove everyone wrong who said they would not make it. I mean, don't prove me wrong. Prove your penis and vagina. If the penis works, their vagina, and they intertwine within each other, then you proved me wrong. But getting married again doesn't prove anything. Look, people be married all the time and be unhappy. So remarrying her or him or whatever does not convince me. Oh, they're very happy. Something about them seem like I'm content because I don't want to show people that we fail. So let's get married again to prove people wrong. I was like, girl, bye. So Kevin saying, do Ryan Claire has Ryan told you he loved you yet? Because you said if he don't say within 6 months, you would leave him. And it's been well over 6 months. And she well, no, he hasn't told me yet. Oh, so again, Claire is a liar. I told y'all, I still don't fully believe Clara when she was saying that she kept getting Ryan out the whole time and he was not doing anything to her. And now for her to say, I told him I was going to leave and she did not. She's lying. Okay? Don't trust Clara. Don't trust Ryan. Anyway, Kevin said, but y'all having the whole vow renewal. Like how, if y'all have not exchanged I love yous, why would you renew your vows? Like that doesn't make any sense or whatever. Do you love her? He was like, I think I do. And she was like, oh, you love me? She really said, oh, you love me? And he was like, I do love you. I do love you. Oh, I love you too. And then they kissed. And I was like, And now she was all smiling ear to ear because someone forced her husband to tell her that he loved her. My thing is, I would have been more upset at him waiting until now to do it than saying it this morning before we left. Because now it seems like he only said it because they kept pressuring him to say it or whatever. Now she brings up how, his actions have proved to me that he loves me. He said it in his actions. I was like, that's fine. That's a great thing as well because he acts like he loves you. But there are many people who do good things and they're nice people to people and don't love them. Okay, they just don't want to look like they may be gay or homeless or don't have a penis. I don't know. But again, Clara, I just need both of y'all to be honest. I don't believe it. I don't. I mean, but if she like it and if he like it, I love it. But again, I don't believe it. Okay. Now Kevin then asked them, "Are y'all having sex yet?" Bang, bang, bang. Because again, we see the video of her saying how I get him up every night and he won't put his penis in my coochie. So Ryan said, "Well, I felt bad for making her feel that way, but I do feel like she had the right to express her anger or how she felt in that clip." But I was like, so you're not gonna bring up if she was getting you up like this is what made me mad. Ryan would not comment on her saying that, meaning he wouldn't say, "Well, we were doing things, and I should not have not done things." He just kind of said, "We know that's how she felt, and that was fine." And I'm like, that don't answer shit. Though. I was like, the bull of the shit. What? Look, look. I don't mind when couples don't want to divulge every aspect of their marriage. I get you may not want to say, yes, she sucked my every night and I spun off of her mouth every night. You may not want to say that, but you can say, we did things that were not fair to her. And I see that now. That to me means, yes, she was doing things to me and I was doing to her, but it's not giving us any details on what those things were. That would have been a better way to not make it seem as if your whole storyline for the whole season was how she was not being satisfied with you were. And to come to the reunion and not answer that was bull of the shit. Okay. So they still ask like, okay, well, have y'all had sex yet? And they both like won't say, well, have we? I think well last night we like watched television, and they won't say. And I'm like, so y'all came to reunion of a show where y'all got married to strangers, and how you said the whole time you wanted to wait to have sex. She wanted to have sex. That was a huge part of y'all storyline, and you came to the reunion and then did not want to talk about it. At that point, I stopped listening. At that point, I gave no fuck. Because at that point, y'all came here to solely piss people off, and they better not have these two motherfuckers on couples camp. I don't want to see these two Keebler elf looking motherfuckers on my TV at all ever again because y'all wasted the whole season. Period. He never said I love you the whole season. He didn't say it now until Kevin pushed him, and we still don't know what happened with y'all sexually. Like, at least say, well, yeah, we've consummated our marriage. At least say that. But to not say anything to me is bullshit. Because in real life, they may have still not have sex, and we have no idea. And I get it. It's a business, but bitch, it's a reunion show from a reality show. Be honest, or get the off my screen. Anyway, fuck Ryan and Clara. And I'm like, I can't believe y'all deleting that shit right now. Anyway, first of all, go ahead and take a second to do what? Like the video. Boom, 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 boom. Like the video. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, please and thank you. Anyway, next up we have back on the screen for me, and we have Brianna and Vincent. I loved her makeup. I loved her curly hair. I like Vincent with a bit of hair. I think it's cute. They do look very happy as a couple. They do look genuinely happy as a couple. It did not seem fake or forced. It did not seem like they were playing on for the cameras. They are the Amani and Woody of this season. And not to compare everyone to Amani and Woody, but I feel like that just means someone who met on the show and actually fell in love and then, are good, building from there. So they're definitely Amani and Woody of the season. Um, what did they talk about? Let me see. Well, they're staying in his house right now. It's a smaller place. They're there nonetheless. They're both happy, still married or whatever. They both look good. His suit fits. You know what I'm saying? The beard is fine. I even like her dress. Even though it's a busy pattern, I like it nonetheless. She brings up how she has learned to be with somebody in a small space and that she can't have things how she wants them all the time. Like, I can't have the fact, I can't think about all the dishes will be cleaned or whatever. Just different things around the house that she realized won't be perfect, okay? And it's okay that life can't be perfect or whatever because she can't have what she wants all the time. I appreciate her because people who have this complex with you saying, oh, it has to be this or that, can sometimes drive you crazy. And so for her to realize, okay, this isn't about just me anymore. I can't have things how I want it anymore. That isn't her changing her, it's her realizing I have somebody else here with me who I have to now think about too. He should also think about her, but she did bring up how he may not wash the dishes, but he at least put them in the dishwasher. I'm like, well, fine. He brings up how they do have learned to accommodate each other because they both, are different ways and whatnot. So they both want kids. Okay, she brought up how because they babysat. Was it they babysat somebody in their family, whatever. So it made Vince realize how hard kids really are. But it gave her like, oh my god, I want a baby. So she used to want it like, okay, it's gonna wait like 3 years. She said now it's like, okay, if it happens, it happens. It's fine. So that's a good thing that they have. At least both came to the point of knowing that they do want kids, but again, we're gonna just let it happen and not really worry about it. So they also want to take a trip to the Dominican Republic because that's where he's from. They want to get a new house. They just want to be a family, do shit, grow and cultivate and shit and whatnot. She brings up how she realized that at home she has to turn her bosses down. I said this last week in my review and also on the panel because I felt like you do not have to be the boss you are at work at home. And there's a difference between changing yourself for a man and realizing when I come home, I should not be who I am at work. That goes for whatever your job may be. Okay, if you are a school teacher in school, don't come home, teach your husband, don't do that. No, come home as a wife. Come home as a husband. Do not bring your work home with you. That goes for both people. Anyway. But again, she admitted she had to be bossy at work. She had to be stronger at work, and she kept bringing it home. She was like, I can't keep doing that. I said it myself. Yeah. Anyway, so they also bring up him being too goddamn sensitive or whatever because he is too sensitive. He has an attitude problem, whatever. He has a bit of an anger problem too. He brings up how he really just has anxiety, and because he felt like I know people are gonna be watching. I know the show will be watched by like millions of people. So I was just overwhelmed with trying to calm myself down and that I reacted in a negative way. It's good that he acknowledged it. It's good that she said that he's been working on it too. So again, they both watched the show and seen themselves like, okay, I can't be doing that. So I'm happy they both came to the realization that they both had to change to better themselves, not change themselves because he needed it or whatever. But again, they wanted to be better selves for the other persons. So yeah, but again, he was seeing too much. He admitted it or whatever, and I'm like, I just hope his attitude and his anger is not a problem that we won't tolerate. Okay, she can be bossy all day, but you can't be mean and rude and have anger. That don't work. Not today. Don't do that. So we did see a cute scene of them like working out. He was like a coach. It was funny. I'm like, why didn't they show us that? That was like funny, Vinny. So I'm like, I want to see more of that part of them too. It was cool to see how happy it made her to just like laugh and have fun with him. So it made me realize, okay, they really did bond or whatnot. Okay, so that was really all we got between the two, Vincent and Brianna. But they are the best couple of the look. I don't care that the killing drunk are together. They ain't shit. The winning couple this season is Brianna and Vincent. Okay. Now we see a cute little short little, not cute, I won't say cute. A short little scene of the ladies talking. I didn't really care at all. I really did not know whatever. They asked Haley about what was wrong with her and Jacob after they had my boob. It's just I'm sorry y'all. But I girls boobs. Anyway, so they asked her what went wrong with you and Jacob or whatever after y'all had sex on the honeymoon, because it seemed like after the sex thing you was like not feeling him or whatever. She really did not want to talk about it. She was like, clearly I want the girl. She said, clearly I want things to work. However, I exhausted all my options, so I tried sex and that didn't work. I'm thinking like, Haley's so full of shit. Haley said that she wanted things to work. I'm like, did you really? And to say that you had exhausted all options during the honeymoon, okay? Not during the season, during the honeymoon. I couldn't connect with him. We then had sex and then it didn't connect. I'm like, bitch, you had 8. Why would you rush in to connect with him between the 4 days of the honeymoon? You had 8 weeks. She told herself at that point in time, it ain't gonna work. She gave up then. Period. So Haley, you are full of shit. Okay. Someone should give her a donkey of the day. Anyway, she brings up how she had not talked to Jacob since decision day because Jacob has blocked her on everything. On all social media, but he should. Haley was a bitch. She really, really was. And for her to say that she had exhausted all options and then tried sex and that did not work and that, I'm like, bitch, that means you gave up during the honeymoon. Okay? So the other 6 weeks or 7 weeks that y'all were together, you wasn't even trying. Girl, miss me with the bull of the shit. Okay? Now, the fact that the woman men say, we're not surprised that did not work because again, they were total opposites. I was like, most of y'all were opposites. So why do I just don't like when people sugarcoat bullshit. To say they were complete opposites, y'all were too. Y'all all had to figure shit out to make it work. Virginia was literally a young, drunken lady married to an older, conservative pilot. Opposites. Attracting. Murderous, the thing, it's going to be murderous, but again, they attractive for what? Miss me with the bullshit of it. I was like, girl, get out of my fucking face. And then at Paige, if watching her marriage fail and watching the other one work, if that was hurting her or pain, when I was like, girl, that's a dumb question. But of course, you know what I'm saying? It was uncomfortable. It was disappointing for me or whatever you said because I was willing to love him despite his flaws, but it ended up being a wedding and a funeral. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody died. No one died. There was not a wedding and a funeral. No one died. He was a stranger. You knew that man for like 2 days. Move on. This is what angers me about Paige. No one saying what Kris did was, oh, it's nothing. I'm not saying that. However, she found out about a pregnant ex-girlfriend on day like 2. Okay? By the end of the honeymoon, that fool had left and he didn't even come back with her. Within a week's time, Paige knew that she was over. You didn't know him long enough to give a fuck. You did not know him long enough to grieve a wedding or a marriage. You were not married long enough to grieve and call anything a funeral. Your marriage did not die. It was never alive. Okay? Your marriage was never born. Ever. Paige plays victim to make it seem like she had this long relationship, the whole 8 weeks, and then, oh my God, he left me. No, bitch, he left you the day after the wedding when he told you on the honeymoon someone was pregnant. Okay? He also kept telling you how he did, I don't want to be here. I don't really like you. Like you knew. You knew. And then the girl then say, well, Paige didn't keep coming to Kris. Kris kept coming to her. So it's not Paige's fault. Bullshit. Who left the door open? Paige. Who opened the unlocked door? Paige. Who gave him the key code to the goddamn gate? Paige. Paige may have never directly went to Kris. However, she left her door wide open for Kris to come on in whatever he wanted to. She allowed him to keep coming back because guess what? If if Paige had never went back to Kris and had she not accepted Kris back, she would not have kept on this fucking roller coaster for like what 2 weeks. It ain't Paige's fault. It is. It is. It's not her fault for what he did. It's her fault that she kept allowing it to happen because Kris kept showing you who he was. You kept ignoring it. Anyway, let's move on to what's Kris and Paige. Girl, I need some water. Because I'm thirsty. Ooh, I was thirsty. Anyway, sorry y'all. Kris and Paige. This is a perfect picture of them because again, he looked like a baby toddler. And I did not edit this photo. This is just how he looks on a regular day. Okay. And Paige looked like, I'm so innocent. I'm just here, because I am. I'm like, no, you're at far too, boo boo. So Kris says that on decision day, that's Kris. He brings up that after decision day, he and Paige went to counseling to try to work things out. They even contemplated moving in together. I'm looking like, what again? Paige allows him. Why would you even go to counseling? For what? For what? And even if I can say that on this episode, she seemed pretty fed to fuck up. With Kris's bullshit, she still loves to hear him compliment her. It makes her feel as if I'm his wife. And he's still, girl, please move on. Just don't do that. Anyway, but they make it clear they are not together now. They are not together now. So I do not have to book no flight to Atlanta to punch either of them in the throat. Okay? He brings about the reason we're not together because Kris, asshole, big head junior of the Watsons, or whatever his name is, I am too immature for a woman like Paige. I am out of her league or whatever. And if things were different, then I might be with her. Kevin said, "Oh, so what we need to change for you to be with Paige?" He's like, no. Let's not focus on just him because there's two of us here. Okay, let's not make it seem as if he is the one, making the choice to not be with me. Okay, let's make it clear. We not meant for each other. Period. That's the first time they Paige. Thank you for being smart. Okay, you was smart. You was kind and stop. Anyway, so they then get on the footage of him telling her that she isn't pretty. Well, no, him telling Pastor Cal, you know what I'm saying? With all the pretty women in Atlanta, how did y'all give me her? Okay, meaning she was ugly. And I was like, Now he looked like shit. They're gonna show that. She gonna see that in front of me. He looked like he's all goes. Yes, you said it over and over and over. Whatever now, she looked disgusted. Why? Because she hadn't seen it yet, so that was new to her. And then it's devastating. For your partner. To hear that from your partners, it's just so dumb. Bitch, he was never your partner. He was a stranger. You met that man. It was a long one night stand. I just feel she needs to stop talking about this as in they had any kind of bond. You know who can be pissed like this? Virginia. Hell, even Haley. Not Haley. Fuck Haley. But Virginia, Clara, or Brianna are the only ones who can feel some kind of way because their husbands acted as if like they wanted the whole marriage. So if they had came to the end of it or whatever and had Ryan, Eric, or Vincent said no, I'm done, they would have had a reason to be pissed about how sad it was to be hurt. They could have done that, not you. You and Kris did not ever have a marriage, my dear. Y'all did not. The paper don't mean shit if the bond was never there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. He was not your partner. A strange man called you ugly. Okay, an ugly strange man at that. Okay, you know the ugly right here. Did he get his eyebrows done? It's like Kris got a forehead surgery. Anyway, fine. Kris then say, I'm sorry. I need to repent for making inappropriate comments about her. It was ugly and pure ignorance on my part. Blah, 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 blah. What I like is Kevin said, those are great responses. Those are great rehearsed, good media training. Yeah, Kris has been trained by someone media friendly. Okay, he had the best and all the good old 2 + 2 is 4. 4 + 4 is 8. 8 is 6. Like he was like boom, 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 because he knew what to say. Anyway, Kevin asked, okay, if their relationship was so bad, why do I keep having sex? I was like, what do we have here? What happened or whatever. So again, in this face, Kris then said, please, no sex. Like I don't want to have any conversations about the sex. Paige, like, what, I don't want to discuss that either because I don't want to have any conversations about why my decisions were what they were. I'm like, bitch, it's the reunion. The whole point of a reunion is to discuss why you made the choices you made during the season. If you don't want to talk about the show you were on, why are you here? Okay. I'm just like, when she said, I don't want to talk about the decisions I made and why, then what you here for? Because you ain't cuss Kris ass out. If you would have came back and just cuss Kris out, cool. You ain't even did that yet. Girl, get out my fucking face, okay? So Kevin then asked some real good questions and whatnot. Okay? He was like, okay, so when did you find out that Olga was pregnant? The fact that when he asked that Kris smiled, I was like, he already knew. I found out after our wedding day. Had I known before, I would have never gotten married. Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't think he's sure. He then asked, do you still love Mercedes? I don't want, that's not fair to ask me with Paige here. I'm looking like, Paige should know because you left Paige and you found out that she was the girl who was pregnant. You clearly look, girl, I'm going to leave that be. So Kevin then asked, well, does Mercedes still have the Mercedes car that you bought her? I don't want to answer that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to relive that with Paige here. I'm looking like, bitch, you bought the car while married to Paige. I was just like, we in Jumanji. It's an animal. It's a jungle around here. What is going on? I'm like, it's in the Jumanji or the Matrix. What is going on? What? I don't want to, girl. Anyway, so he then asked Paige if it was hurtful for her when Kris bought the girl the car. Oh, yes, I would be lying if I said it didn't hurt me. A man who I don't know can hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I would never let a man who I've known for a week have any kind of control over my spirits or my emotions to say that something he did hurt me when we never had any kind of actual connection or bond. Not on my watch, okay? Kevin then say, well, Paige, it had to be hard to know that, no. He then said to Kris, for you to take money from the family and buy her a car, that was crazy. He said, I know it had to be hard because, again, you got her a Mercedes. You could have got her Dodge, well, whatever car you said or whatever. But again, Kris, a car is a car. Right, Kris, if a car is a car, why did you buy her a Mercedes? And does she still have it? I don't think he ever got it for her. I don't. Some don't seem right. Anyway, we then see the conversation that Paige had with Pastor Dwight. with them saying how she never thought that Mercedes was pregnant. Excuse me. See, I don't like drinking water too much. Anyway, the convo between Dwight and Paige, with Paige said, I don't think that she's really pregnant. I've never seen a test or any kind of proof that she's actually pregnant or whatever. And that's some bullshit. Now, I feel as if, well, first of all, I still feel like Kris may have been lying, but I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, so we see that Pastor Dwight also said then, like, okay, if he finds out that she isn't pregnant, he's gonna then say how he should stay with you. And we then see he then told Paige that she had a miscarriage and that he should have stayed with Paige. So again, the same thing Pastor Dwight said what happened is what happened. Once, for whatever reason, there was on her baby. Kris's thing was, I should have never let Paige alone. I was like, girl. Anyway, so Kris like, well, I'm just mad that he had a con. I was mad because he talked to my wife without talking to me. And so I don't fuck with him or whatever, and I'm not in a place to talk to him. Kevin said, well, let's get ready to rumble because Pastor Dwight is here. He is what, girl? He is what? He is here. I was like, they brought this man out. Girl. And Kris was mad about it. Okay, is a plaid suit the thing now? Is the plaid the thing now? I'm like, they like boxer twins. Okay, anyway. So when Pastor Dwight came out, like, I was Kris's spiritual advisor. You know what I'm saying? And I did pull back with Kris once I realized Kris was not being receptive to my advice anymore, and I did not want to waste my time. And I was like, well, first of all, God don't teach pastors to give up on their flock. I'm gonna leave it there, okay? Anyway, but he said, I've always told Kris, God, right now, I've always loved you. He said, and I will always wish the best for you. And I was like, okay, here, Kris. That's a bunch of bullshit. I was like, oh, it's bullshit, Kris. So Kris is upset. It's bullshit or whatever. He should have talked to me before talking to my wife. The fact that the only issue you have right now is that he went and talked to Paige without talking to you. Now, Pastor Dwight, you said, I didn't have time to go to Kris first before going to talk to Paige. At that point in time, Kris is on bullshit. Anyway, so, be like, I want the best for you, Kris. That's what I want, whatever. Kris then said my issue was he was comparing Paige to Mercedes. He was tearing Mercedes down to build up Paige. I'm like, I don't think that's what he was doing. I don't know. But why are you again so upset about what he's about Mercedes? Okay, because why you still want that girl's cooch, but she don't want you. Okay. Anyway, he then brings up how you saying I'm not trying to mend no fence. I'm not gonna try to mend no fence with him today. I'm not going to mend anything with him today. Period. Okay, I don't want to do it. Yeah. Kris was the baby. Little itty bitty baby. An itsy bitty baby. The whole time. He's a baby. Okay, he's a baby. Duck, goose ass baby. I was like, get out my face, Kris. Anyway, Paige brings up how they have known, Pastor and Kris have known too long to have this breakdown of their friendship. Because again, Pastor Dwight had the best of intentions. He had the best intentions, Kris. He really, really did. And then, Pat, it's fine. It's fine. What I'm saying? We don't have to mend things today because again, Kris just doesn't like correction. Okay, that's his issue. Meaning, when I'm telling him sound shit to fix, he don't want to hear it. Okay, and we know that because we've seen him all season. And when Pastor said that, the real Kris came out, the angry, aggressive, crazy ass, let's fight Kris came out. He cussing, huffing and puffing like a child. He said, I don't care. This is bullshit. Fuck that. It's some bullshit. Bullshit. And you see Kris. You see Kevin, Kris, calm down. Because Kris is getting at, this is some bullshit. I don't get fucked. I'm like, what you getting mad for? Why you mad? Kris is told by Kevin, we brought Dwight here to help. Okay? We brought him here to help because Kris is saying to Dwight, you came here to talk to me. I didn't come here to talk. I gotta talk to you. I'm like, Kris, shut the fuck up. So when Kevin then say, we asked him here to help, Kris then say, I'll take help about the cow, but not him. I'm done. Fuck him. We don't care. He said, fuck him. I don't care. And I'm like, really? So when Kris keep cussing, Dwight then say, man, look, bruh. I'm saying, stop cussing at me. He said, let's not be disrespectful. Because again, he is the pastor. Or whatever. So I'm saying, Kris then say, we can get it cracking right now, bro. I said, cracking right? You gonna fight the pastor on TV? Kris told Pastor Dwight, we can get it cracking right now. I'm looking like, bro, what? He's a pastor. You can't fight the spiritual advisor on TV. At this point in time, Kris is pissed. Kris is fussing. Dwight's like, hold up. Calm down, Kris. Hold up. But Kris is mad. Paige then stands up because Paige is in between them, okay? Paige stood up because, again, they fussing. I'm like, first of all, the fact that Kris would want to fight someone while Paige is sitting in between them shows how much he do not respect her. No man is ever going to threaten another man over a woman in between them, okay? He should have at least told Paige, hey, Paige, stand up. Switch seats with me, okay? Which means give me room to beat ass. It ain't no man on this earth who will be fussing with a man, with a woman in between them, who he claims she was the best ever. I don't deserve her. Well, you don't care because what a pastor would have swung. Girl, at this point in time, want to take a break? Want to take a little break? Want to take a break? Okay, break. Kris walks away. Man, fuck you. If you want to fucking see me come out to the parking lot, I'm like, you threatening to fight him in the parking lot? Girl, Kris is bull. Kris is nuts. It went off for Kris saying, fuck you, walking off to the parking lot to want to fight the pastor. Pastor Dwight. Kris's former spiritual advisor. Girl, y'all, first of all, y'all suits you gotta be fighting, okay? Okay, both y'all ankles are showing. Okay, them shoes ain't got no grip. Okay, don't do that. Don't fight them plaid suits. Leave it be. Okay, anyway, that's how the episode went on. Thank y'all for watching and stuff. Okay, I will be back for my reviews later on this day, probably, and probably tomorrow, and every day. So do not forget to watch all my stuff. Okay, all up and through and whatnot. Okay, comment in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. Okay, follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. Where's it at? Boom. Okay. Boom, 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 and stuff. Okay. Gotta go, and y'all know my advice. My advice stays the same. Okay. Do not send your cooch via text. If he wants it, he will always come and get it. Peace.